just like y'all, I watch a lot of DIY and how-to videos, and I know just how easy it is to make a project look great in a 5-minute video. But I'm often left wondering, how well did that really hold up over time? So in the interest of maintaining the integrity and honesty that defines this channel, I'm gonna go back on some of my more popular videos and give you guys an update on where they are now. But before I go any farther, I've made over 100 videos, so if there's something that you want to see that I don't cover here, just comment below and let me know. I've done several videos on different kinds of leaks, both in your bathroom sink or your kitchen sink, as well as the shower, and all of those are still working great, so win on that one. This vacuum cleaner cord, I changed it because it had gotten all nicked up and chewed up over the years, and it also was a little bit shorter than I wanted. So I replaced it with a 50-foot cord, and it worked great then, works great now. See, still works. The only problem is that the cord is actually too long now, and it tends to get all tangled up in itself, and getting it wrapped back up is kind of a pain, so I'll probably have to go through and shorten that. Another video I did, which I was particularly proud of because it was a really big step for me at the time, was I changed this thermal expansion tank attached to my water heater. It had gone bad. We were having these surges of pressure when we first turned on the faucets, and I determined through some help from a friend of mine that the problem was this thermal expansion tank, and I changed it myself. It was a bit of a messy process when I did it, but it's still working great. That's a good one too. My garden. It doesn't look so hot now because we've had some really cold temperatures, and winter's coming and it's starting to kind of die off right now. But this was actually interesting because I have some of my videos play on Home Talk, which is another page on Facebook that has a lot of millions of viewers. And on this one, I actually caught a lot of flack from people because they said that I wouldn't have deep enough soil in these pallets and that things weren't going to grow, and people were kind of critical about it. But I actually had really fantastic growth out of this garden this year, so no complaints there. I will use it again next year for sure. I've also done a number of car related videos, including changing the lift support arms on this particular car here. It was one of my earliest videos, actually. I actually filmed it the wrong way up. It was one of a learning experience for me, but I changed out these guys because every time I lifted this thing up, it would come crashing down on my head. And so I changed out these, and they still work just great. All right, the project that I get the most questions about was my kitchen cabinet painting project. And I will tell you, I absolutely still love this kitchen. It's so much happier and brighter in here now than it was. But over time, actually very quickly, it started to chip. Let me see if I can get that in there. Oh yeah, see, this is the cups and glasses and such. Over here, this is the spice cabinet and the coffee, and that's gotten scratched up pretty bad. And same thing down here with the silverware drawer. That one's gotten pretty bad. So yeah, a couple reasons why that probably happened that you should avoid if you're gonna do this. Number one, I've heard after the fact that it's better if you have a deeper drawer pull here, like a longer one, so that your fingernails don't clip it every time you put your fingers in there. I did not know that at the time. It didn't even occur to me. And frankly, I didn't want to spend the money on new hardware because that's going to cost probably for this kitchen $150 to get nice hardware that I would like. And yeah, I didn't really want to spend that money. So cheapness kind of got me on that one. But also, I put these up because I was so sick of my kitchen being such a mess. I put these things up as soon as they were dry to the touch, which, is not really the greatest idea. I mean, it's like nail polish, you think it's dry, but it's not really dry. And next thing you know, you've nicked them all up. So I should have waited longer. So I am going to actually go back and, refinish just these. I'll strip them down and redo them with the paint that I have left over from that project. And apparently I have this bad habit of rushing projects because I did a 3-part series where I fixed different drywall issues in my house. And one of them was about up here, we had some big cracks in the drywall. And unfortunately, I think I just got really sick of the mess and the dust being in the living room, and I rushed the project. And as a result, I did not, you can see right here, I really did not take enough time to sand this. And I see it every single day, and it's bugging me like crazy. So I may have to take this whole contraption down and resand it and paint it again because it does actually really bother me. So I guess a good suggestion I can make to everybody as well as to myself is don't rush it. Don't forget, if there's a subject that I've covered in the past that you want an update on that I didn't cover here, comment below and I will be happy to give you an update. reaction, duh. I'm gonna do this 5 million times and it's gonna suck. How well? I'm never gonna get this right. I'm never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never get it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.